Bienvenidos. Welcome, insiders. Yes, here we are. This is breaking news about Jose Luis Rodriguez Zapatero because Judge Calama from the National Court. He has issued an order in which he asks the UDEF, the police, the Economic and Fiscal Crime Unit to investigate the accounts of Zapatero and his inner circle. And the most anticipated information has come out. How many accounts does Zapatero, that humble man, have? He repeated this now viral phrase at rallies.
We have learned among the party members, among our comrades, that being a socialist usually means having very little and being willing to give a lot.
You have to have very little shame, a lot of nerve to say that from rally to rally and then have listened. 57 bank accounts, 57. 25 in the names of private individuals, Zapatero himself, his daughters, and his secretary, and 32 more in the name of companies, 57 bank accounts. And he says that being a socialist means having very little. We're going to tell you much more because it's already estimated that Zapatero received more than 3 with that network of accounts. Only €2.03 a month. Protect yourself with CyberGhost VPN. That's right, gentlemen. Judge Calama authorizes the UDEF to investigate the bank accounts of Rodriguez Zapatero and his circle. And pay attention because the bulk of the money is right where we told you it would be. With his daughters, yes. Laura and Alba would have the largest amounts of money transferred so that it could then reach other bank accounts. We'll give you the details. In total, 57 bank accounts. Rodriguez Zapatero himself, along with his wife, has 6 accounts. 2 in Banco Santander, 3 in CaixaBank, and 1 in BBVA. Alba Rodriguez Espinosa, his daughter, has 4 accounts in Santander Open Bank and CaixaBank. Laura, his other daughter, has 4 more accounts with Santander and CaixaBank. And Gertrudis, listen to this, 9 bank accounts. How many secretaries do you know who have accounts at Santander, CaixaBank, ING Direct, Evo Bank, and Deutsche Bank? 9 bank accounts, Julito, alleged frontman, 2 accounts at Bank Inter and CaixaBank. The judge requests an investigation into the 25 accounts of Zapatero, his family, and his secretary, and the 32 more that would be under the names of companies. Some of them are companies that have done nothing but receive and transfer money. For example, there's one called Caleton Consultores. It's owned by Julito Martinez. It received, listen to this, from Plus Ultra, €1,160 in 4 years in different payments. It started receiving payments from 2020, right after the government bailed out the company with 53 million. What did it do? That company without any employees. Take money up to 1,160,000, 1,160, and distribute it to other shell companies. There's another company with no activity. Julito's CNAP as well, without any employees. Pay attention because this one records transactions of up to 4 million euros. It serves as a vehicle to inject funds into other companies. Everything we're telling you comes from Judge Calama's information, which is now being thoroughly investigated by the UDEF. One more, Senator and partners. Pay attention because this one alone, also without employees, has moved almost 2 million euros in apartment sales and luxury vehicles. Also, what's odd about this company is that it was making fake invoices. And they're so sloppy that they send each other an email, which the judge has, that literally says it was a fake invoice. It's worrying that they've lowered oversight so much to create such a sloppy network of companies. As we said, according to the judge's investigation, up to now it has been recorded that Rodriguez Zapatero has received more than 3 million euros either directly or through his associates, mostly through his daughters. They would allegedly be, after Julito Martinez, their father's main proxies. How could Rodriguez Zapatero do that? How was he able to put most of the money, the bulk of the money, into Laura and Alba's accounts so they could transfer it to third-party accounts? How else can it be explained other than believing himself untouchable, thinking he would never get caught, that no one would investigate him, that he had everything under control and all sewn up? For example, Alba and Laura transferred, and it has been proven, almost €500,000 from their company's accounts to their personal accounts. Why? Because he had access, he was authorized. Zapatero was on the daughter's personal accounts, so that way Rodriguez Zapatero could receive the money without drawing attention. They had never gone this far in the investigation of the Rodriguez Zapatero case. After the interview with lies but no information on Spanish public television, some had let their guard down, thinking that everything was tied up and well secured. This ruling by Judge Calama changes everything, and there is a person who becomes important and, according to the judge, would also be a frontman for Rodriguez Zapatero. Look, Zapatero has Julito, Alba, Laura, and Gertrudis. The judge believes that Gertrudis may have acted as a front for her boss. Why? Well, look, you are seeing a property in Embelizada in San Antonio. This is an apartment. This is a beautiful town in the community of Madrid. Gertrudis' sister happens to live there, and Gertrudis bought that apartment for €132,000. The secret isn't how she bought it, but how she paid for it. She didn't apply for a mortgage. The judge says there's no mortgage loan. And for 2 years, from 2021 to 2020, she paid €4,700 every month on a regular basis. The judge wonders how Gertrudis, with a secretary's salary, could pay almost €5,000 every month during those years so that the apartment would be hers. She didn't have the financial means. That's why he suspects it was another way to launder her boss's money, of acting as a front for Rodriguez Zapatero. Gertrudis, the woman with 9 accounts. Gentlemen, this is just the tip of the iceberg, which is how you become a front person, specifically at La Mareta. No, the UDEF will continue working intensively. Yes, judges Calama or Pedras have taken a few days off. But the UDEF or the UCO don't stop their investigations because of vacations. The man who claimed to be a socialist said it's about having very little and giving a lot. He not only had jewelry worth millions of euros in the safe, but also 57 accounts in different banks. Welcome, let's start waking up to the reality that surrounds us, which is not the one some people tell us about. Browse safely with CyberGhost.
Castillon Confidential by Albert Castillon.